today's video, as promised, I will show you what my acrylic paws actually turned out like after they were done. So definitely impressed with how they turned out, and everyone that I've showed likes this one the most. This is the most popular, and I think it's, yeah, it really does look like this, like the surface of a planet, that one. This one here was my favorite, but it's not anymore. I've sort of grown fond of this one now. Yeah, no, it's definitely they've turned out pretty cool. Turned out better than I thought. There is some of the canvas showing here. And this one here, I ended up with a really big cell here. Yeah, so that's how they turned out. So I was very happy. Very happy with that outcome. For today's video, I have been suffering from a bit of art block lately. I've just sort of kind of run out of ideas, really, of what to draw, and I do that often, like, and all artists do it. They go in and out of art block. I'm just going back through it again, and it's totally normal. So for today's drawing, I am just going to sit here and outline and color in a picture that I have spent a lot of time on. I didn't want to design anything on camera today because I know that I've been struggling a lot lately with producing something. Just been struggling. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you can see my hair color. I have dyed my hair red. Took me pretty much half the night last night to come up with something. Like I said, I have been struggling. I have been struggling to do anything. So like I haven't drawn since last week. Like I've struggled that much to produce anything, and I know it's just a phase, and yeah, just gotta let these things ride out, you know, when you can. The picture that I've got today is this. Let's get line arting. I'm just going to use my Marty watercolors. Oh, what a shock. That's a surprise right there, isn't it? I've decided to dig my pearlescent paints back out again and sort of use them for something. I might use it for the swirls. We'll just see. That's what I was going to use it for, like to do like this mist that's going up into, like, around these heads. But yeah, we'll just see where this takes me today. So I hope all you guys out there are doing well and, you know, having a great time, and hopefully not suffering from the art block like I am. There's been a lot of debate. There's definitely been a lot of debate, and you'll see a lot of, you know, artists saying, you know, does art block really exist? And a lot of people saying yes, it does really exist. And I think to be honest with you, my answer is, yeah, I think art block does exist, but it exists when you either A, aren't feeling yourself, B, you've just run out of ideas, and C, all of the above. I've personally noticed when I'm suffering from art block, it's usually when I'm not feeling myself and I'm feeling quite lazy, or I'm feeling very just not myself, and that tends to be when I can't really produce anything. And yeah, I haven't been feeling 100% myself lately, just sort of due to a few factors, and one is it is that hot here at the moment. Like, we have gone into autumn, which is, you know, if you're in America, it's fall. It is still really hot here, and where I live here in Australia, it's one of the hottest places that you can live in Australia, and I really struggle with heat. And a lot of people have said to me, well, why do you live where you live? And it's like, well, I do because I just do. And it's too hard to pick up and move. And my partner has his business here, and he's got a pretty good established business. So to pick up and, you know, relocate to a place that is cooler is not an option. It might be down the track, but it isn't right now. Second reason, I've been having a lot of sinus issues, and I've suffered from sinus all my life, and the main reason for that is once again the climate where I'm living in. It's very humid here, and I've had several doctors tell me that I should not be living here. Once again, yeah, it's hard to just pack up and go. When I get sinus attacks, it makes it very hard for me to focus and concentrate. All I want to do is sleep. Yeah, it's really it's just really hard to concentrate pretty much on what you're doing. And you get the headaches. Like, I suffer from really bad headaches a lot too. So that's another reason that, yeah, I've sort of been struggling a bit lately. Might just shed some light on things. Oh, some other reasons why I don't feel like drawing sometimes is being a female, and you girls are gonna know what I mean. Certain times of the month you feel like absolute shit and you don't want to do anything. You just feel crap. You get anxious. You just feel like crap. And of course, you know, when you are feeling quite down about things, like I do know when my anxiety is playing up. Yeah, when my anxiety is playing up, I really can't do much at all. I really got to just wait for that to pass. I must admit, you know, when I go through bouts of the anxiety and depression and I come out of it, I have some super drawing ideas. Now, everyone's going to be different. No one's going to, you know, follow things to a T with somebody else. Just, yeah, it's just so many things, so many variables that can cause art block. It depends what you're going through at the time, is what I'm trying to say. You might be feeling fine and you sort of don't know why you're getting the art block. But that could just mean that you've just run out of ideas. You're not feeling inspired. Yeah, like a lot of people will say, you know, you just gotta force it. You gotta just, you know, you gotta write it out and you gotta force yourself to draw. But I notice when I'm going through these stages, I don't draw at all. I can't, because it just disheartens me even more, to the point where, like, I'm just producing absolute rubbish, and then just makes me want to not draw even more. You just gotta let it ride out, and yeah, that's what you just gotta do. You just gotta let it ride out. That's the line art done. I'm not prepared today. Where is my water cup? Now, the biggest decision I'm going to have to make right now is what colour am I going to do everything. I think what I might do is I might do the background first, and I'm going to do it like a, I sort of want to keep everything a dark, sort of a dark colour. I want to keep the theme dark. It's going, because it's, you know, it's dark as hell. We'll just look at it. Like, this monster he's chopping other monsters' heads off and he's keeping them as trophies. Like, how dark can you get? That is some dark shit right there. Just a really light background. Just like a mist coming off everything. Where's a paper towel now? I really need to get organised before I sit down and do these, but you know, organisation is not my middle name. So, yeah, the idea is to just just get a bit of a grey swirly background. I'm just winging this, just purely winging this like I do every other day. And you hear, like, if you watch my videos, you'll know that I say that a lot because, look, even when I know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing. That makes sense. Like, I'm one of those people that my mind changes all the time. Like, it's kind of just, it annoys me how much I can change my mind with things. For me to come in today with anything that I do and say, I know exactly what I'm doing, is like, if you ever hear me say that, I'm lying. Because I have never got a clue. When people say you'll have your shit together when you get older, especially when you get into your 30s, once again, big lie. Let's start with the heads. Alright, he's a little bit pumpkin-y down the bottom here, so we might make him like this orange colour. Oh my god, you see like this clouding? See all this clouding? Like, I like that. Like, I really do like the clouding. And like, you're not supposed to, but I do. Like, I've noticed, like, everything that I'm not supposed to do in watercolors, like muddy, being, you know, having muddy drawings, having the clouding, all that stuff that you're not supposed to have, I like it. I like it in my pictures, and call me sick, but that's what I like. I think he looks more blue. Yeah. No. Well, no, I'll do that one blue. That one, we'll do like a human color. Oh, no, that's what I don't want. Oh. That, boys and girls, is called being impatient. So we might make this guy here like a green, because he's very, sort of goblin-y like. We'll go like this really icy blue for this fella. This guy up here. Oh, I'll make him brown, I think. I'll make him brown. And now we move on to the main guy. Yeah, I love that green. I look at that green and I see monsters. We might make him just the real monotoned grey. I sort of don't want him to have too much colour because, you know, he's evil. I sort of want the focal to be the heads skewered, so yeah, I think I might just make him like just different shades of like a bluey grey. Alright, I'm gonna go back in and do some more shading in some of these because this is looking a bit average. The blood. That's what I want right there. Now all I gotta do is wait for that to dry and go over it with white gel pen. Alright, that's about as dry as my patience is gonna let me let it dry. Let's put some finishing touches on this piece. So getting back to the art block, all that sort of stuff, yeah, you pretty much just deal with it how you can, really. Like, if you find that drawing helps you get back into it, by all means do that. If you feel as though having a break helps you cope with it, do that. Like, you just gotta do what your gut tells you to do, really. Like, you just gotta listen to your gut, and that will pretty much tell you what you need to do. So if you actually start drawing and you you know, you physically just can't do it and you don't want to do it, don't force yourself anymore. That's a good indication that you need to take a break. I honestly can't draw every day. Like, if I drew every day, I think I would lose my mind. As much as I love doing this, like, I just absolutely love drawing, I couldn't do it every day. Like, I start to feel burnt out, and yeah, and that's one thing I learnt with that 30-day sketchbook challenge that I did. It's a good thing to do, it's good practice, and when you're first starting off, I probably recommend drawing every day to sort of get up to a particular level that you want to get up to, like quicker than normal. Yeah, like once you sort of have you know, established yourself and you're happy with where you're going, yeah, you will find that you will need to have a break and you will get burnt out. It's just how I feel. Like I said, that's just me. You know, some people do feel like that and some people don't. Some people love drawing every day. But yeah, it's not something that I can do, and you've just got to find what works for you. I do find that going and having a look at your favorite artists, I do know that can help with art block. I know it has definitely pulled me out of some horrible art blocks just by going and having a look at my favorite artists. You can get inspiration to draw again. Yeah, I think that's all I really need to say really about art block. It's just something that happens, and it's just something that all artists go through, because, you know, it is hard to keep coming up with ideas and all that. Like, it's hard, and you get to a point where you become stagnant, and you get to a point where you just go, well, what else is there to do? I can't think of anything. There's plenty of things, like, you know, just go and have a look at your favorite YouTuber, have a look at your favorite artist, see what they're doing, and maybe even recreate the same thing. You know, just do stuff like that. Like, it's just, there's so many ways to sort of help yourself. I sound like a broken record in a minute, so I'm gonna just, you know, just gonna stop talking about it, because I feel as though, yeah, I've probably spoken enough about it. Oh, I think I'm done, so I'm gonna sign this, baby. That concludes my picture for today. I'm fairly happy with this. Like, there's a few things I wish I would have done a little bit different, but you know, that's like everything that I do. This was sort of my way to sort of snap myself back out of my art block, and yeah, this did come out of my head. Like, I like to try and do a lot of stuff out of my head, and this is pretty much what I get when I do stuff completely out of my head, which is probably the worst thing you could do when you've got art block, is try and do something out of your head. Usually references work better, but this is just how I combated it this time round. I just sat down and I persevered. Like I said, this took me half the night to sketch up, but you know, I persevered with it, and as you can see, I'm not going to do the swirl which I said I was going to do. I don't feel as though I need to do this. Like, I don't really want to. You can still see a bit of the lead there where I've done the swirls, so I'm just going to leave that in there. But yeah, I've decided to ditch the pearlescent paints and not do them on this piece because I'm not feeling it. Yeah, that's my end result right there. You know, I'm going to wander off now, and I've got other things to do, like eat these. Like, I'm gonna show you these before I go. These are new, and I don't know if they're anywhere else in the world, but these are Skittles, and they're called the Sweet Heat, and they are hot. They're fruity flavors with a spicy kick. And I don't know if they're anywhere else in Australia, because here in Australia we like to release some weird ass flavors in things, and they really like to, you know, push the boundaries with certain things. So yeah, so you've got your sizzling strawberry, blazing mango, flaming orange, lemon sparkle, and fiery watermelon. Get those flavors in here. Yeah, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna snack on these, you know. Oh, and then you get that. It's like eating pepper. Imagine eating a lolly and then tipping pepper into your mouth. And that's what they are. Oh, they're nice. They're like they're nice, but like, why Skittles? Why? I'm out of here. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.